Okay, guys, market's pushing up just a bit more bearish here today. Over 3,000 decliners, and driving the market sentiment here today is NVIDIA coming out with the reports and earnings. And although they do come out with positive reports, this stock does still come in for a slip that will affect tomorrow's trading session in the opening, where we'll be seeing the markets be affected into a more bearish sentiment as well. And we'll be looking in for a round of SPY puts, QQQ puts, and IWM puts to be safest. As you can see on your 15-minute trading chart, things are already overbought and looking for their next round of the bearish divergence. Go ahead and be betting those things down to about that 585 range for a safe bet on the SPY puts in the opening before they come in for another round of bullishness, because they will want to buy those back up and load back up on those dips. This is not just it for NVIDIA and driving in on the markets today. Markets losing ground amid geopolitical tensions and lukewarm NVIDIA results. Okay, we'll dive deeper into all of this. And if you are new here, I'm Billy Banks. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seeds, letting you guys know what the next big trends are, what's about to happen next. And make sure that you meet us along in the Discord so you can get all of our alerts on time, whether we're going for some quick, hot penny stocks you might not want to miss out on, or even if we're going for our options trades, you will always be able to see. We're not telling you when to be going in on those things for that move, and I'll be letting you know if it's just a quick trade for the day or a longer term move, keeping you up to date on everything that is going on in between, and reminding you to lock in gains instead of somewhere when you get nervous, and you will always be able to see me putting out my sell alert as well. I will confidently play a stock going into the other direction right after a round of puts, going for those calls, so catch those real fast, and I will also let you know what your targets are. When our SPYs, QQQs, IWMs, or any other stock are hitting those pre-projected targets, make sure that you remember to lock in gains and load the reversal, as we will go in for those calls off of those puts, unlocking another hot 40-50% gain for quick rounds. Going in for a couple penny stocks that we will talk to you about here in just a bit, and diving in deeper right now about how global shares edge lower on Wednesday as markets weigh tensions between Russia and the West. While Bitcoin hit a newer record high and the dollar gained after 3 straight sessions of losses. Looking deeper into BTC, for those of you who like to follow along in Bitcoin as well, we do have them pushing the Bitcoin closer up towards that 100,000, and they are very thirsty to get Bitcoin up towards that $100,000. This is a great time to be loading up in your cryptocurrencies if you have not already been into the crypto markets before and are just now diving in. I do as well make these cryptocurrency videos, keeping you guys up to date on what is going on, letting you guys know what's about to happen next. Again, it's easy money. We know what you're going for, and it's literally still the same setup and the same strategy every single trade. Getting right back into it right now about how shares of NVIDIA were down 0.4% in the aftermarket, trading as the artificial intelligence powerhouse forecast fourth quarter revenue that was largely in line with analyst estimates. The stock of the world's most valuable company had closed down 0.8% on regular hours trading on Wednesday. Benchmark S&P 500 finished flat, while the Dow gained and the Nasdaq ended lower. Healthcare, energy, and material stocks were the biggest gainers, while consumer discretionary, financial, and technology equities were the biggest drag. The Dow Jones Industrial Average (DJI) rose 0.32% to 43,408.47. The S&P 500 (SPX) was flat at 5,917.11, and the Nasdaq Composite (IXIC) fell to 0.11% to 18,966.14. And right now we are still watching the S&P 500s right under that 6,000. We just remember the other day when the S&P 500s just reached that 6,000 as soon as Bitcoin was pushing up towards those new highs as well. Notice this: the stock markets are losing out on a little more pressure than those overall crypto markets. I like to show you your crypto markets as well. For those of you who don't follow along in all of this is great information for you to digest. Right now, when the crypto markets when Trump took his presidency, we got the crypto markets and the stock markets all pushing up to insane new heights and whatnot. We've seen things get dragged down just a bit, facing those 95,000s, and off of that big dip that came in, as you're seeing right here, is that big dip that's been coming into the overall stock markets as well. They'll push that thing back down. They are consolidating down here in the stock markets, but they have more power in the crypto markets, which is why you see the cryptos pushing up a little bit more. Keep in mind. And if you are newer to the cryptocurrency, well, like I said, get subscribed to the channel so you can be up to date on everything that is going on. And you can always join in on our Bitcoin Miners Club, where not only me, but the rest of our miners in the Bitcoin Miners Club and all the members in here are mining up their cryptocurrencies and whatnot. You can get started doing this for 100% free. This is 100% legit. We have many people in here doing this, and they are literally withdrawing cash from their wallets. Some of them got a lot more money. Some of them got a lot bigger minor rates than others. Keep in mind, so it's all about getting your terahashes up here to about 200 terahashes. That don't get me wrong, it's gonna take you a couple dollars and whatnot, but when you do, you'll be able to withdraw your dollars every single day. And you'll be perfectly fine, or stack up the Bitcoin, for however long you want to, as this thing continues to climb up, whatever your goals are. But I digress. Getting right back into our most recent news right now about how NVIDIA is obviously a bellwether stock for the market, and it seems to be down a little bit after market, but it wasn't a catastrophe by any stretch of the imagination, is what the big whales and the market makers are saying up there. This is still going to be looking good on the overall markets. Look, we don't got time to read through all of that right now, but it's going to be looking good on the overall market still, as NVIDIA does still to climb up. NVIDIA, I go ahead and show you guys, you'll be able to understand exactly what I mean by NVIDIA climbing up more and more, because it looks like it's overbought over on your Weebles. But if you look over here on your Moo, and you guys recall when NVDA took that big dip back down, or I mean came in for their big stock split from 1200 back down to 100 and then pushed back down to 90 in the previous NVDA videos, I will be saying specifically, we'll be looking for a huge reversal to come in off of our bullish divergence on our weekly chart trading time frames. Since then, we've had NVDA go from the lows and oversold of that $90 nonstop all the way to the highs. Oh, I zoomed out too far. From the lows and oversold to that $90, this thing is already taking massive uptrends up to what is now the highs of $150. And this is still just the beginning. They did come in for a quick dip off of that news, off of the earnings and whatnot. Although it was still positive, some people just be ready to lock in gains off of this thing either way. Because you look at a 4-hour chart, it was already in a more overbought position and looking for some bearish divergence. That's not much. That little dip right there, that was big wells, and they're playing around with that little quick dip right there. More bullishness to be coming into the markets. They're gonna buy those things back up. And just like how I just showed you our latest SPY and QQQ and IWM targets and whatnot that I throw out every single day in my section. And not only in my section, you can literally follow along with the actual SPY alerts that actually go out letting you know what the next direction is, or even the NVDA alerts, let you know what the next direction is. And you just wait till that next alert goes out to go into that next different trend, or however you like to move, and so on and so forth. And like I just said, going in for a round of puts. What I say a round of puts on SPY. Watch this. I don't say this stuff for nothing. Watch this. SPY. Going for a round of puts on the SPY on your 15-minute chart as it goes back down oversold towards about 585, where they get either oversold and then start to make another bounce down there in the early morning, in the open. And these charts do move early morning, stuff like that. If you look at QQQ, which is overbought, getting ready to take a downtrend towards about that 498 range down there for a quick round of puts. And you got IWM getting ready to go in for a quick round of bearishness towards about 228. And if you look at the alerts, you got your alerts telling you what's about to happen and how far to be going down on the stocks, cryptos, and options. And if you don't know how to read any of those, or any of my coaches along in the Make It With Believe Discord that are throwing out all of their plays and their sections, letting you know what to get and so on and so forth, you could always just follow along with the alerts going on along in my section, whether you're going for those penny stocks that I'm catching, or even if you're going for SPY and QQQ. Like I said, I will let you know exactly what your targets are and exactly the style of trade. And once it hits that, make sure you lock in gains and be ready for the next round, loading up for that next target. And it's going to hit those targets. You just be ready for the next thing to happen. As you can see, I bet this thing down from 5 going to 585, and you would get this to go down to 585, even further than that, 584, but 585 down there. I say we'll go in for a reversal for SPY calls. Where that's at? To SPY calls to 591. You will get that reversal to come in too from 595 back up to 591. I'm going from oversold, overbought to oversold to overbought. Nothing has ever changed. I'm telling you what's about to happen right now. You can join me tomorrow morning in the classroom to catch these live with me. You don't understand how this goes. I'll see y'all in there tomorrow morning. Just letting you guys know what the markets are about to do. I keep these things updated as I am looking to start making more of these higher tier things, spies, QQs, market conditions, and whatnot for you guys, rather than all those hot penny stocks every day. Because nobody's keeping up with all those hot penny stocks, but no matter what, we got to keep up with the market conditions either way. And I just let you know what my hot penny stocks are in between. Right now, they are FFIE. If you want to be looking forward to those, as FFIE has big news coming out, I just made a video on that as well. And ACHR, if you haven't been seeing already, I've been making lots of ACHR videos for you guys to keep up with the trend. I will be updating these HOVR and JOBY as they are closely related to HCHR with flying taxis as well. I'll see you guys in the morning to catch our accurate alerts. Don't miss this. I'll see y'all in our end. Happy trade.